Hi, Giulia. Uh,
Hi.
um, I'm. We are here. I'm Dunja, and I'm talking with Giulia Gallina. She's one of the artists that's part of this year's one-to-one project, and she has her piece that she uh, has been working on during residency in Klanjec, but also performing in Keha Festival and the one-to-one festival in Oeiras. So hello, Julia. It's really nice to talk to you.
Hello, Dunja. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm very happy, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's always nice to share some and to exchange something with people who are nice and kind and who you feel close. So yeah, I think this is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to get, I was before tuning in this podcast, I was thinking about your work about the sonic migrations, and when I was there as an audience to participate in it, I really did travel into some inner but also outer spaces. But I was thinking about what does it bring to you every time you perform? Like, how do you travel with it? And
hmm
how was the process of creating it? How was that travel? Um, was it about the travel or the destination in the end?
Well, I think, well, first of all, I think, yeah, in everything that I do, I focus more on the journey, on the travel rather than the destination. Um, yeah, maybe, I don't know, inspired by the Greek poet Cavafis that wrote a poem called Ithaki or Ithaca that really um, also focuses much more on the journey to reach Ithaca rather than the destination. It's because of all the adventures and all the encounters that Ulysses does during this journey. And I think so for me, it's the same. What really adds to this journey in this case is that every time is different
Mm.
because it's one-to-one experience. So every participant brings um, a different energy, a different feeling, a different touch. Because of course, the project being about touch and generating sound in real time, every time is completely different. So it really transforms me at the same time as the listener. And this is something unique. It's the first time that I experienced that. And it's really deep. It's a deep experience. It's very intense. And it's also beautiful.
Mm.
So So yeah, this is what it does to me every time I perform this. Um, and also because usually I'm performing, of course, yeah, concerts or yes, performances for an audience, and I'm not saying it's always the same because I always try to listen to the audience energy and to try and offer something, but it is a completely different thing. So this is why I love it, and I can't wait to to do it again now at the festivals. Um, so the other question was like, how was it to create this during the residency? Yeah, so the process of creation. has been also quite unique. First of all, because I had never worked with this kind of device that generates audio through through touch. It was time. So in the beginning, of course, it was sometimes challenging, let's say, because it's a lot of technology involved, a lot of programming, a lot of yeah, like MIDI impulses and softwares and at the beginning it was a bit difficult, but because the let's say the atmosphere where I was in was very calm. Like in general, I felt since the first day I arrived um, at our residency, I felt really relaxed and I felt welcomed, and there was a very good energy among all of us. This really helped me to kind of overcome the first challenges, the technological challenges, and then to shape this this journey. And also to I really received a lot of help with some recordings, because it also has some vocal processing and recordings in the sound journey in different languages. So this was also very nice. I received a lot of help with that. And and yeah, little by little, every day, I started creating this experience, and it was something new and very very inspiring, I have to say. Done in the best possible conditions, I have to say. So
Mhm.
so yeah, I already missed it actually. But yeah, that
Um,
was it. Yeah.
Now you were talking about the challenges with the technical part of,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking a bit back in the episodes and generally in the conversations that we had so far. Um, we never we didn't come across this technical aspect of it because it was mostly performances that just included or very I would say conventional setup, like
Hmm.
audio or video, or it was more a situation with scenography or some props or something that are quite yeah, I have to repeat conventional in a way for maybe theater or something.
Hmm.
Um, can you share a bit more about the technical part? Because
Hmm.
it's something that's really, I think, um, makes a difference in your piece,
Hmm.
um, because it's yeah it's something that you don't come across every day, and
Hmm.
the moment with how you play, you generate music with the touch of another person. It's a quite a unique situation to experience.
Hmm. Yeah, of course. I will try not to be too nerdy and to
Okay.
kind of make it sound interesting.
Okay.
So so actually, well, talking about the first challenge that I encountered, because I had tried before coming, I had tried to, of course, like imagine how I would trigger these sounds through touch. And of course, I came with a device that is able to do that. What I hadn't really understand before is that in order to do this and also to work with two other MIDI controllers, which I have, that are two keyboards with which I play during the performance as well. Um, so the software that I thought I would use cannot really control these three things at the same time. It only allows it allows you to play one at a time, And and so of course it was not working. I tried and I tried, but no way. So basically what I did, like after the first 2 days, I had to come up with a solution. So I used another software which I had never used before. So I needed to learn how it works because this music creation software sometimes are a little bit tricky, but I was lucky because when you're used to work for many years with one, then in the end, like it's not, of course, always the same, but the idea is similar. So I was lucky enough because this one that I started using was kind of easy to learn. And with that, so I managed to program basically this device that allows you to generate these impulses in real time, and it works through a conductor. So you have a sort of rope that's made of a metal that usually conducts electricity. In my case, it's copper.
Mhm.
So basically, one person, I mean, the person that is um, that is there with me during the performance is holding the end, an end of the rope, and I am holding the other one. And in the middle, there is this device that I pre-programmed with different possibilities, sound possibilities, of course. And then what happens is that when we touch, when our skin touch, and it can be anywhere in the body, so hands, feet, like anywhere basically, we start generating a sort of music together, like it's a composition. And and yes, this was, I think, the the main challenge because it was the first time for me. Um, and then at the same time, uh, this is, of course, this is a part of the performance. But then before that, I try to induce the person in a sort of, let's say, meditative state through the music that I'm playing with the other devices that I have that are also special devices that allows me um, to really do something with sound that is not so usual because I can modulate a lot with notes, with moving my fingers in a way that the sound is really yes, modified the way I want. Um, so the other two devices that I use are like that. So basically, what I do is I try to induce the person in this meditative state, and then we start this special touch that really triggers this joint composition. Let's say I like to call it like that because I really feel that the audience, the person, becomes the composer, and it's not only the audience as it happens
Yeah. And
usually.
yeah, but in your piece, it happens like with a lot of one-to-one pieces that you are also an audience, but you're also a performer, and
Mhm.
that's really the beauty of it. But sometimes it can be scary for people. I understand that because especially with something that involves the technical part of it, the some knowledge that I've never seen the machine so far, in my life. So like, what do I do? Is now electricity gonna shake me, or I don't know, so many
Yeah.
questions. But
Yeah.
but yeah, the amount of trust and the like the responsibility that you carry also in it, it's important. Yeah. So in the end I felt safe, and it was it was really good and really beautiful experience. And it is true about a meditative state of being in a way for those for that
Mm-hmm.
short period of time that you are performing, or that we are performing. I
Yeah.
have to say it now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think like for me it's very important that the person feels safe. Um, so what I try to do in the beginning is also kind of reassure the person and explain what's gonna happen, how it is gonna work, and also if the person doesn't feel comfortable with touch,
Mm-hmm.
we can really make the piece happen anyway, because since we are diving into an intimate dimension, it's like a journey inward, then the person can take it, his memories, emotions, or, states that may arise to the surface. So lots of things can happen. We don't need to have necessarily that that part with touch, or we can have it just as long as the person feels comfortable, for example. So yeah, it's very important um, to create this space for the person to feel good, because this is also about healing, about this power of vibrations and that music has to also relax and heal, and yeah, and also focus. Yeah, there are a lot of things that could be explored even more
Yeah.
in that. Yeah.
And considering your previous, or maybe I would say usual work that you do as a musician, composer, performer, and how is it different for you? Not only in the way that you are performing for one
Hmm.
at the time, but
Yeah.
I think there aren't many musicians in the world that haven't had the situation where there is only one person come to listen to them. I
Yeah.
think it happens under your journey of being a musician or any kind of performer. I think
Hmm.
unfortunately it happens sometimes. But
Yeah.
with this format and
Hmm.
what you usually do, and how you usually engage with the pieces,
Hmm.
uh, how is it different for you?
Yeah. There is a component that's completely different. That is the improvisation, because usually when I play, most of the times, especially when I'm playing, for example, some piano pieces, like my own pieces, I never improvise, never give myself that freedom. Why? Because it's difficult for me to do that, to let myself go. Like maybe it's also a matter of self-esteem. I don't know, but I feel more comfortable in sticking to my notes, the ones that I have in my head, and performing them. Because also, like when you have an audience, it might be more intimidating, and if you make a mistake, it's like, oh my God. Um, Whereas in this case, in the one-to-one experience, I give myself the freedom to improvise. And I really feel in something that that really makes me feel good, makes me feel happy and more complete as a performer, somehow as a musician, because I'm always improvising. Like it's never the same. The things that I'm playing also to induce the state of meditation, it's always different. So yeah, this is something that I appreciate a lot. And yeah, another thing that's different is the way I perceive the energy of the person, because this makes all the difference actually. Like, I cannot feel usually the energy of the audience so close when I'm performing for many people, because there's always this distance between us. Whereas in this case, because the audience, the person is really next to me, I can feel everything like a sponge. And this also gives me, um, at many levels, it gives me some freedom and some it gives me something very intense, like a connection that is established between the person and myself is what makes the whole thing very precious to me.
Mm,
So it's a strong connection that I experience when I do that. So yeah, and I think I would like to work more and more in this direction.
mm.
So hopefully this is the beginning of something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. Yeah, I think the now the upcoming Keha with the as also symposium and the
Mm-hmm.
workshops
Yeah.
and the um, in, investing in the care system in a way of connecting with culture and performing there. I think it might give some open up something more
Yeah,
in
sure.
that field.
I
Wow.
can't wait.
That's really nice. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely talk more in Keha
Mm-hmm.
about the experience and after the symposium. So we'll see what are the impressions after that. Maybe I hope it's not
Yeah.
going to happen, but maybe you'll say, "Oh no, I take it all back. I'm going back to
Well,
performing for masses."
anything is possible.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see, let's see. But yeah, it's gonna be an adventure and yeah, a different experience. And I'm also I'm happy to also give a workshop on the art of listening because it's something I've been investigating for a while. So really also I will be talking about how to restore our attention through music and sound because I think it's quite urgent nowadays as we are being bombarded by different, notifications, news, anything, and we're becoming more and more distracted. Like every minute is a distraction, and we are losing a lot of brain connections because of that. So I've been studying a little bit how we can restore our attention through sound, and I'm really looking forward to um, yeah, maybe finding new ways of getting our attention back and to try and focus on the environment that surrounds us, the vibrations and everything that's happening outside but inside as well, how to make this connection. So a lot of things that can be explored. Yeah, we'll see.
Now that you are talking about it, I instantly thought of this exercise or whatever. It can also be or become an art for itself in a way to just listen with your eyes closed to whatever is happening, and then vividly you can sense how your hearing is becoming sharper and you become more sensitive. You start to notice something that you usually don't.
Yeah.
That yeah, that's also nice. But I'll definitely hear more about it on your lecture. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we're
Mm.
gonna do sound walks, and we're
Ah,
gonna.
nice.
I hope the weather is gonna be nice because the idea is to have the sound walks in the nearby park.
Mm-hmm.
So so yeah, we'll experiment with outer sounds and yeah, this sort of um, different way of perceiving and how to enhance our capacity of
Mm-hmm.
really listening. So that's the idea.
Do
We'll
you
see.
perceive now the church bells that are ringing next to my balcony?
Lightly, lightly.
Lightly,
I'm
okay.
perceiving more the sounds here of the cars that are
Ah,
outside my
okay.
window, but
We have different
but
soundscapes at
yeah,
the
different
moment now.
soundscape.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to sharing them with you in Finland. Yeah.
Nice. Can't wait,
And
really.
thank you very much,
Mhm.
Julia, for this
Thank you.
conversation and to the opportunity to dive a bit deeper in your engagement with the sound and the music. And I wish you a nice stay in Liguria, where you are now.
Thank you so
And
much.
yeah, see you soon. And thank
Mm.
you once again very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here in your podcast and especially in your residency. It's been a dream,
Thank
really.
you. You are welcome anytime again. Yeah.